What if I told you there's a country where ancient warriors still shape modern values, where trains move faster than storms, where food is treated like art, where politeness feels like a superpower, and where the future and the past walk side by side? Because there is a place the world can't stop admiring, a place that feels like a dream you can actually visit. Welcome to Japan. Japan is more than a nation, it's a global phenomenon. A cultural force, a living masterpiece of discipline, beauty, innovation, and heart. Today, we explore what the world loves most about Japan, and why this country continues to captivate millions. You are watching ProudNationHub, where culture becomes cinematic, history becomes alive, and every episode brings us closer to the world's most extraordinary nations. Japan is the only place where you can stand before a 1,200-year-old shrine, turn your head, and see a skyline glowing like tomorrow arrived early. Kyoto's wooden temples whisper stories from the 700s, while Tokyo's electric nights hum with more neon than any city on earth. This is a country that didn't erase its past, it upgraded it, polished it, and built bullet trains around it. Kyoto alone protects over 2,000 temples and shrines. Yet Japan still leads the world in robotics patents. Only here does ancient cedar coexist beautifully with technology. And just like its architecture blends eras, Japan's cuisine blends simplicity, precision, and soul. Sushi, ramen, tempura, matcha, wagyu. Japan's food isn't just popular, it's a global love story told one bite at a time. Every dish is crafted with intention. Every flavor is a quiet lesson in balance, patience, and pride. From Michelin-starred sushi counters where chefs trained for decades just to perfect rice, to tiny ramen shops with only 8 seats and lines that wrap around the block. Japan proves that food doesn't need to be complicated, just respected. Tokyo holds more Michelin-starred restaurants than any city on earth. Yet some of the most beloved meals still come from humble mom-and-pop shops older than the Michelin Guide itself. But the world doesn't just admire Japan's flavors, it admires the values behind them. Bowing, gift-giving, cleanliness, punctuality, omotenashi. That magical brand of hospitality where your needs are met before your brain finishes the sentence. In Japan, respect isn't a rule, it's a rhythm, steady, natural, and somehow contagious. It's why trains run so on time they could double as atomic clocks. Why streets stay spotless without trash cans. And why even a 7-Eleven cashier treats your receipt like a sacred scroll. Here, good manners aren't enforced. They're simply the default setting. And that default setting is powered by a philosophy that changed the world, one improvement at a time. Kaizen means change for the better. From Toyota's factories to family workshops to cutting-edge robotics labs, the spirit is the same. Improve something today, even if only by 1%. Japan's quiet obsession with refinement is why their products last, why their trains run on time, and why their craftsmanship feels almost supernatural. It's a mindset so deep that Toyota workers pull the andon cord over 1 million times a year, not to report failure, but to protect quality. In Japan, progress is a daily ritual, and that same spirit of innovation helped Japan create something else the world can't get enough of. Anime has become a global language where everyone somehow knows the vocabulary. Studio Ghibli, Naruto, One Piece, Pokemon, Nintendo. These aren't just shows, they're the world's shared scrapbook. Kids in Brazil, teens in France, adults in the US, all cheering for the same heroes, quoting the same lines, and learning the same life lessons from characters who don't even exist, yet feel more real than half the people we know. Japan has officially become the king of nostalgia, But Japan's magic isn't only drawn or animated, it's written across the land itself. Cherry blossoms that bloom for only 2 weeks. Bamboo forests whispering in the wind. Snow-covered mountains rising like ancient guardians. Tropical islands glowing in turquoise light. Japan's landscapes feel like poetry, a reminder that beauty is temporary, and that's exactly what makes it precious. Every spring, millions gather under sakura trees not to celebrate the flowers, but to celebrate the moment. A tradition so old it predates samurai, yet still feels brand new each year. In Japan, nature is a work of art. And that same philosophy of beauty and impermanence flows into Japan's craftsmanship. Samurai swords folded thousands of times until the metal remembers its purpose. Ceramics shaped by hand that have repeated the same motion for generations. Watches built with microscopic precision, where a single speck of dust can rewrite the entire mechanism. Shinkansen trains maintained like sacred artifacts, polished and inspected so thoroughly they displaced Japan's never-ending quest for perfection, patiently, obsessively, and beautifully. Some Shinkansen teams clean an entire bullet train in 7 minutes, a ritual so efficient it's nicknamed the miracle of the 7-minute turnaround. And sometimes perfection looks like the future. Robots that greet us like cheerful coworkers. Vending machines that sell everything from hot coffee to fresh flowers. And bullet trains that glide so quietly you wonder if they're shy. Japan makes the future feel human, warm, friendly, and just the right amount of fun. It's the only place where cutting-edge tech bows to you, thanks you, and then hands you a perfectly chill drink. But even in a high-tech world, Japan never lost its soul. Zen gardens, tatami rooms, tea ceremonies, minimalist design. Japan's aesthetic has quietly taken over the world. One peaceful room and one perfectly placed rock at a time. It's the reason half the planet suddenly loves clean lines, soft lighting, and owning fewer things than a monk. Japan convinced us that simplicity might actually be the ultimate luxury. But simplicity doesn't mean softness. Japan's history is filled with legends of strength. Samurai honor, ninja stealth, shogun power, Bushido, the original code of conduct, long before HR departments existed. These aren't just legendary tales. They're the values that still shape Japan today. The quiet discipline, the loyalty, the sense of duty you can feel everywhere from tea shops to tech labs. The armor may be gone, but the mindset never retired. And those values show up in everyday life, even in the smallest details. Japan is one of the few places where you can walk through a busy street with no trash cans in sight, and still wonder where all the litter went. Where a lost wallet doesn't disappear, it comes back home, often with cash still inside. And where crowds move with the kind of coordination you'd expect from a well-rehearsed orchestra. None of it is magic. It's a quiet power of community, millions of people choosing to care about the space they share. And that community shines brightest when Japan celebrates together. Lantern festivals, fireworks, obon dances, New Year's rituals. Japan's festivals are where ancient traditions meet let's all celebrate together energy. Streets glow, drums echo, and suddenly everyone from kids to grandparents are perfectly in sync. They're colorful, spiritual, and so communal that even the shyest person ends up dancing by the end of the night. But the world's greatest admiration for Japan comes from something deeper than beauty or celebration. Tohoku in 2011, a nation rises after disaster. Communities rebuilding, neighbors lifting beams together, shop owners sweeping debris from their storefronts. elders offering tea to volunteers, volunteers delivering supplies, students, firefighters, and everyday citizens forming human chains of support, passing boxes hand to hand with quiet determination, children returning to school, backpacks bouncing, laughter returning to hallways, chalk dust rising as classrooms come alive again, cherry blossoms blooming after the disaster, soft pink petals drifting over repaired streets, a gentle reminder that nature heals too, and that hope always returns. Japan's resilience is admired worldwide, a nation that never gives up, never loses hope, never stops moving forward. Japan is a reminder that beauty can be intentional, innovation can be human, tradition can be alive, and a nation's spirit can inspire the world. This is ProudNationHub. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay inspired, and in that quiet beauty, we find a little piece of our own. See you next time.